Hey, hi, and hello. Welcome to today's video. Over the weekend, I went to Edinburgh with my boyfriend. We went there for like a little bit of a city trip, and I needed books. Well, I didn't need books, but it's in the UK, and books in the UK are relatively cheaper there than they are over here. So it's like, okay, if we're gonna go to the UK and we're going to Edinburgh, I'm gonna bring back some books. And in this video I want to show the books that I got. And I actually want to make like a whole vlog out of it, but then I remembered on the plane I forgot to film. And then a day later I was like, I didn't film yesterday. So the whole idea of making a vlog out of it, and then the end will be the haul. It flew through the window because traveling for me is a bit chaotic sometimes, but it's gonna be alright. And this is the haul. So I'm gonna start off with a package that I got some book mail because it was the only book I couldn't find, and I didn't want to walk back to the store to like the Roman's only bookstore I went to, because I already spent way too much money there. So I ordered it online yesterday and it came in today. So those are the books I already got. And then I have like a pile of books I got that I didn't actually read, because like over the last 2 to 3 months, the last 1.5 months, I think, a lot of books got released, but I didn't actually read them or whatever, because, well, I did read them, but didn't buy them because I was like, I'm going to Edinburgh, so why would I spend triple the amount of money here than if I could get a book there? Because honestly, books there are like £5 if you go to the works. That's like €6. And here books are like €15 at least. So I knew I had a plan. But we're gonna start off with the package. There's multiple things in here, but there's a book. And the book I'm gonna show. The other thing I'm not. It's a gift for someone, so you won't see that. But the book that I got, and I now see it's a limited edition, but it's Wolfie by Ilse Hope. I wanted to get this one also in Edinburgh. I read this on the plane right there, and when I was there, like at the house we stayed at and all that. So really, like, I think I gave it like 3 stars. It was fine. So, and I think Dove comes out January of next year, so I'm gonna pick that up as well. So then I'm gonna start with the books that I got there. I got Flawless, and before you come at me, I know I already have had Flawless. I'm gonna sell it, the one that I had, but the special thing about this one is signed, and I needed to get my hands on this. Like, I saw the store had signed Elsie books. I was like, I need it. I grabbed it and didn't let go of it, so that's my possession now. Then I have Kiss the Villain by Rina Kent. I also read this, I think, in late August. I didn't know it was this big, because my e-reader said it had like 300 pages. This is 500 pages. I didn't know. I also think I've rated this like around 3 stars, but the cover, it's stunning. Look at it. Then the Monday, like Revolve came out yesterday. And I was like, okay, I'll have a look at the works if they have it out early, because yeah, I read this as an ARC and I needed to get the works edition, and they had it out on Monday early in the morning. So I went to my boyfriend. I was like, we need to get there. After we have breakfast, we need to walk there. We walked half an hour to the store and they had it. Very happy. And then I have People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. It was either or this edition or the one of the works, but the work didn't have it. So when we went to the Women's Only bookstore, they had it signed. So nonetheless, it's a special edition. Then I have a series I got at the works. It's like the Love Light Farms box set. I actually already have part 2 and 3, but they're different covers. So I'm keeping this set together and then selling the other parts that I have. That's the way I thought with some of the books. I was like, okay, I'm gonna sell them because it's cheaper like this. get them like in a box set. Then I have Hideaway and Nightfall by Penelope Douglas. I know I already also had these books, but these are the Piatkus edition. And my other books in the series are from this publisher as well. And my Nightfall book that I had was falling apart. Like, pages would just lose in there. I couldn't handle it, so I had to get like a new one. So I was like, okay, if they have the correct one, I'm gonna get it. Then I have Love Arranged. Same, I already had the book, but they also had it signed. And this was one of the last books I got at the Romance Only bookstore, because I was like, there's Love Arranged, let's see if it's signed. And it was actually signed, so as someone who read the ARC, I had to get it. I had to get this. I had to get my hand on this. So yeah, very happy. And then last but not least, I have Burning Daylight by Emily McIntyre. This is the work special edition, like with the shining, with the foil on front. And here, like, it's nothing too special. And then it has like artwork on the end papers. Very beautiful. This was one of the first books I grabbed when we arrived Friday. So, oh, I'm so happy. So happy they had it. So, now on to the books that I actually haven't read yet. This is a stack. Before I went to Edinburgh, my physical TBR was on 7 books. It's not on 7 books anymore. But we'll get there. I'm hoping that by the end of the year I have already finished most of them. Because I think that's doable. I think it's doable. First of all, I have Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace. Actually, I have the ARC for this, but I haven't read it yet. Whoopsie. Actually, I applied for that ARC as like a joke to see if I could get it. And then I got approved. Yeah, like a day before the release day. So I was like, I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna physically be able to read an entire book, but yes. Then I have the Gingerbread Bakery. I actually wanted also the Works edition with like sprayed edges. They didn't have it, like the Works there, it wasn't too big. And it was like a second location inside a shopping center, but the shopping center was far away. So, or like on the way to the airport, and it was one of the last stops before you arrived at the airport. And we were like debating, should we go there, should we not? But then we spent like the whole day doing something else in the city. So we're like, okay, whatever. But I got the Gingerbread Bakery. I'm so excited to read this. I think I will read this beginning of December to get in like the holiday spirit. And I think I will read Holiday Ever After then as well, because they're both like Christmassy books. Then I have A Road Trip with a Vampire. I really like it. I read this on my way home, but I put it on this pile because I didn't read it before I went. So I was like, okay. I finished Wolfie and I was like, what book am I gonna pick up? And then this book, I know I liked the first 2 books. And this one was amazing. 4 stars. This was 4 stars. Actually, I also wanted the Works edition of this one. They didn't have it. So many the Works editions I wanted to get didn't have them. But hey, I am happy with whatever I got. So then I have a series. I have Alive and Wells. I think this is a cowboy romance. I don't know. Small Town Cowboy. I looked at it and I was like, okay, I need to have it. I also see in red. These 2 came from the Works, so they were like £5. And then I have Change of Hearts, and this one also got at the Romance Only bookstore. But they're not too big. So if I'm ever in the mood, I think maybe November, December, if I'm in the mood between like fantasies, big fantasies, these might be like what I need. Just quick, fun, lighthearted cowboy romances. And then I have Soul Searching by Lila Sage. This is the Works edition. Lila Sage, I read her Done and Dusted series. I don't know what's called. Rebel Blue Ranch. I liked it. Wasn't too spectacular, but I'm excited to see what she will do with this book. Like, I'm excited to see where it goes, and I think this is like perfect for also spooky season, so might be my next read after I finish my current read. Then I have Tourist Season by Bren Weaver. Also picked this up at the Romans Only bookstore, and see it signed as well. There were like multiple books that I saw like they were signed. I was like, okay, you know what? This is on my list. I wanted to get. I made like a whole list of books I wanted to get. This was on there, and I was like, yeah, you come with me as well. Like I have a picture of my boyfriend, and he's sitting there in this pink bookshop. The whole romance bookstore was pink, like pastel pink, bright pink. Lots of girls were in there. Like it was like a very girly girls store. And then my boyfriend, he sat there on this pink couch, this stack of books in his hands. He was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and wait. Like every time I got like books, I gave it to him, and he just sat there. We gotta love him for that. Okay, so then I have a new release by Holly Black. It's The Thief of Night. This is the Waterstones edition. I have like the first part of this book in Dutch, like the special edition. I'm gonna show you. Wait, give me a second. It's right here. But this is the Dutch edition. Like, she is stunning. Like with the gold glitters. Is it picking up? It has glitters on it. Oh. I was like really debating because I did have the first book in Dutch. I was like, am I getting the second book in English? So here I am. I got the second book in English. Also, if I ever find the Book of Night in hardcover, I might get the hardcover as well. But this is the signed edition of the works. Of the Waterstones. Excuse me. But look at this. This is the naked hardcover. Look at those edges. And then, like, I just had to get it. I had to. It's not even that big. It's like 276 pages. Give me an evening. This will be finished. But I had to get it. My boyfriend, I was talking to my boyfriend about this book. I was like, yeah, I don't know if if I need it, if I want to get it. It sounds promising. I liked the first book really. I liked the first book. I really liked it, but I don't know. He was like, just get it. Just get it. You'll be sad if you don't. You will be disappointed if you didn't. And I was like, you're correct. And then I picked it up. Yeah, so that's there. There's that. Then I go on Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. This is the works edition. We went on Friday when I got like the first stack of books. They didn't have this one in stock. So when we came back on Saturday, they had it. I was like, okay, you know what? I will pick this up with the Love Life Farm series. But, like, mind you, my bag was already full with books from the Romans Only bookstore, because I got like 15 books there. So then 5 other books was a big of a deal. But hey, they're absolutely stunning. And also, this naked hardcover also is very pretty. And the end pages. I don't think there's anything more special about this than just a different cover, I think. I saw multiple editions of the cover, because you also have, I don't know if that's an American edition I saw, or because I have a download on my Kindle and it's like a different cover. I don't know if that's the American one, but the UK one, very, very beautiful. If I look at this, I will be like, yes, I need to pick this up. So if I'm ever in a fantasy mood, I know where to go. Then we are at the last series I got. So we were in the Romans Only bookstore, and I already had like a stack of books, and I was like just browsing to see if there was anything more special, anything more like maybe 1 or 2 books I wanted to get to take them home with me, like just a book. And then I saw the series, and I was like, I've been looking for it since July, and I know I could get them online, but I didn't want to, so I was looking for in-store here in the Netherlands, they never had it. So I was like, oh, bummer. And then I was looking at the shelf like this. And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw this book series. I was like, okay, I normally don't purchase like the whole series before reading the first book. But with this, I had to. So I got the DC Stars edition of the DC Star series by Chelsea Curto. But these are indie published ones, so they're bigger size than normally. Like if I pick up this book and standard UK paperback, you see the difference. That's a big difference. But I have the whole series. So if the first book was Face Off, I don't know. I heard many good things about it. And the second book is Power Play. I must say, these books feel incredibly nice. Like, I don't have nails for ASMR, but trust me when I say these books feel so soft. Like, they're soft, they're also a bit floppy. I love floppy books. And then I have a Slapshot, part 3. Like, they just feel so nice. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, self-published books feel different than just the standard books you get from publishers. I don't know how to explain it, but with my, my dark romances, like my H.G. Carlton books and all that, they're self-published. They feel different. They feel better than your standard books. And then, the last but not least, I have Hat Trick, and I think the 5th part is coming out in December. I don't think I will be up to date with the entire series before that book comes out, but we'll see. I don't know. Like, I got a lot of books to read. And a lot of books to get through, but in the end, I am very grateful that I got to do this. Like, don't get me wrong, I spent a lot of money on those books. But these were books I really want to get. Already read, so go have, they don't count, okay? You get me? They don't count. Or they're like signed. And by me, like here, there's a stack of books, like Love Race, Flawless, the books I already had on my shelf. These will go, I will sell them. So I don't have like multiple copies in my bookshelf. Because I don't need those. I don't need like a signed one, you know, like they're the same book, but one is signed, one isn't. So the normal one can go out. Also, I don't have that much space anymore on my shelf. Like, it was a hassle to get them inside my shelf. Because I think I show you, like my shelves here, they're completely full. You guys are currently in my, my fantasy shelf. And I got 2 hardcovers. They're not gonna fit. They're not gonna fit. That's all I'm saying. They have to be like on top of all the books. Just to be in the shelf. Yeah, I know. My bookshelves are pretty full, but you know what? What can I go do about it? What can I go do about it? But, like I said, the books that I'm not gonna, you know, that I took out or have now double, I will put them on my Vinted. If you're interested, I will link my Vinted down below. Have a look, have a browse. I've got multiple vinyls on there as well, and other books. There are quite a couple of books up there. Because, you know, I regulate a lot with my books, but that's a story for a different time. If you managed to watch until here, thank you. If you haven't, that's sad. But this was everything I got in Edinburgh, and I am very happy. I'm very grateful that I get to do this. Like, not everyone has the privilege just to fly over, grab 26 books, fly back. Like, I know I'm in a privileged situation here, you know, so I'm very grateful I get to do that. But I will see you in this next video. Goodbye!